Welcome back to my channel. I am back with another review. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you know every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed to my channel. I appreciate you all. And let's just get right into this review. So this episode picks up where the last one left off, where Marcus comes home to Brooke after his meetup with Princess and Ray J, and Brooke can sense that something went wrong, so she starts asking Marcus what happened, and he tells her that him and Ray J almost got into a physical fight because Ray J started throwing french fries at him. Ray J immediately showed up to the meeting with Marcus in a bad mood because he felt like Marcus did not check Brooke when Brooke was questioning him about the things that he was doing wrong in his marriage to Princess, and because he was upset about that, he took it out on Marcus. And honestly, Ray J was doing too much. I mean, I don't feel like Marcus had to check Brooke at all. Ray J came into that meeting with Brooke and Marcus knowing what they were going to talk about, so I just didn't understand why he got so upset when Brooke was questioning him. And then to take it out on Marcus for no reason when he really came in with good energy and he wasn't doing anything wrong to Ray J, to me was wrong. I felt like Ray J was acting like a big baby in this situation, and he just did not want to take accountability for his part in all the drama that was going on. At one point during this conversation between Marcus and Brooke was questioning whether or not her and Marcus should stay in Miami because she's willing to move back to California, but Marcus said that he's making things move in Miami, so right now he doesn't want to leave, but he does want them to stay out of other people's drama, which in my opinion they should have been doing the entire time. They should have stayed out of everybody else's drama, and then they wouldn't be in any drama themselves. Now, speaking of Ray J and drama, he ends up meeting up with Pinky Doll in this episode because he's trying to help her audition for the part that he was going to give to Amara for his One Wish movie. So they're sitting there rehearsing the parts of the movie, and it was bad. I'm sorry. Pinky Doll did not do a good job. I don't think acting is for her, and if she does want to act, I think she needs to take some acting classes. I don't even really feel like Ray J wants to give Pinky Doll the part. I think he's just trying to be messy and do something to piss off Amara, and I feel like that's what he's trying to do, because I just don't feel like he really wants her to play this part, especially because she was doing so bad and he was trying to lie to her and tell her that she was doing good. And Ray J said in his confessional that the reason why he's not going to give Amara the part in the movie is because he felt like she was causing friction with his family. And look, Amara did not cause the friction between him and Princess. He caused that himself, because we all know that he invited Amara to audition for this movie role just so that he can piss off Princess. That's exactly what he was trying to do, because he knew that Amara and Princess were cool with each other, and he knew that by meeting up with Amara, who was Princess's friend, behind her back would piss off Princess, and then Princess and Amara would get into it, and that's exactly what ended up happening. The only thing that I would say that Amara did wrong was inviting Ray J back to her house knowing that that's her friend's husband, and then on top of that, I just feel like she should have told Princess about the meetup before she actually met up with Ray J. I just feel like there's a respect factor. I feel like Amara fell right into Ray J's trap like he wanted her to, and that's exactly what ended up happening. But Ray J needs to take accountability, because nobody caused friction in his relationship but him. Now, in this episode, Trina is in New York, okay, because she's promoting her book, and she has Swurv with her, obviously, because that's her husband, but she also ended up inviting Joy and her brother Snoop, but Bobby was not there, and Joy and Snoop were feeling his absence because usually Bobby comes with them, and because of Swurv pouring water on top of Bobby's head a few episodes ago, Bobby was not there, and there's been friction. And when Joy and Snoop end up calling Bobby in this episode to tell him that they want him to have a conversation with Trina to try to work things out, Bobby did not want to hear anything that they have to say, because he feels like he's always left out, he feels like he's always being treated some type of way, and he's over it. And look, I feel like he has a right to feel this way, and I'm not even a fan of Bobby because I do feel like he's messy and he's full of drama, but in that situation between him and Hot Topic at Trina's event, I don't feel like he was the one in the wrong in that situation. Hot Topic was the one that showed up causing drama, and when Bobby was trying to defend himself, Swurv comes out of nowhere and pours water on his head, and I think that that was disrespectful. I don't think he should have poured anything on Bobby's head. If he wanted them to leave because they were causing drama, all he had to do was tell them to take it outside, and that's not what he did. He even could have had security remove them out instead of pouring water on Bobby's head. So in last week's episode, Eliza ended up letting it slip to Miami Tip that she's actually pregnant, and she wouldn't tell Miami Tip who the father of her child was, but Miami Tip and Eliza ended up getting into it, and the two of them are not cool with each other anymore, even though I don't think they were ever cool to begin with, but they tried to play it off like they were. But Eliza got pissed off at Miami Tip for implying that she trapped another man with a baby, and look, I like Miami Tip, and I feel like she keeps it real a lot. However, I do not agree with her when she says that Eliza Eliza has trapped men with babies, because unless she's poking holes in condoms that these guys don't know about, then she's not trapping them with anything. When they decide to engage in unprotected sex, they know what's going to happen if you do that. And so I don't feel like she trapped anyone with a baby unless she did that. Unless she's lying and saying that she's on birth control when she's not, which that's not even a real protective measure, because there are some women who do get pregnant while they're on birth control. But also, if she's poking holes in condoms, if she's doing that, then she's trapping them. But other than that, if they're willingly having unprotected sex, she's not trapping them at all. But Eliza ends up telling her brother in this episode, actually she ends up telling her family as a whole, that she's pregnant again, and they were not happy at all. One of her family members even started crying, because they were the ones that were there for her when she was pregnant with Future's child, and all the drama that she went through in that situation, and people attacking Eliza online. They just do not want to deal with that again. And then they feel like, you know, she should be there for her daughter who just had a baby as well. And I agree. I feel like, you know, once her daughter starts having children, that's when she needs to stop. I know some people don't agree with that, and some people will still have kids even though they're grandparents. But personally, if Eliza wasn't there for her oldest daughter, like people are saying that she was in the past, then since her daughter now has a baby, I feel like now's the time for Eliza to make up for it. And her having another baby is just another distraction. Now, the Hollywood twins' mom is really upset, not just because of Pinky Doll showing up to their event in last week's episode and crashing the party, trying to put the attention on herself, but also because she ends up finding out in this episode that one of her twin daughters is actually sleeping with Trick's son. And look, there was a lot of drama in this episode surrounding this situation, because obviously the Hollywood twins' mom wants them to focus on their music, and she thinks that, you know, that's a distraction with one of her daughters sleeping with Trick's son. And Trick said that he didn't even like the song that the Hollywood twins were performing in last week's episode. He didn't like it, but he still didn't agree with Pinky Doll showing up and doing what she did, which I think she's making a bad name for herself in Miami. She's just coming off really messy, and I think a lot of people are not going to want to mess with her after all the messy things she's been doing so far. But look, Trick tells the Hollywood twins' mom that the reason why they don't have a song out right now is because they don't take going to the studio seriously. Every time they go to the studio, a session that's only supposed to be a couple of hours ends up turning into multiple hours, because they want to drink and get distracted. And one of the twins said that she wasn't the problem. It was her sister Deja, because she gets too distracted because she's sleeping with Trick's son. And so she wants to go solo. And I think that that's probably what she needs to do. If her sister is not taking things seriously, the best thing for her is to probably go solo and work on her career on her own. Just because they're twins doesn't mean they need to be attached at the hip. Amara ends up meeting up with Bobby because she wants to talk to him, because she feels like he was a little hard on her a few episodes ago. But Bobby doesn't feel like he was hard on Amara at all. He feels like he was just trying to tell her that she needs to take accountability for her part in the drama that happened with Princess and Ray J. He said that it was not right for her to meet up with her friend's husband behind her back and not tell her until after the meetup happened. And I agree. I think she should have told Princess beforehand, because Ray J was only using Amara in the first place, which is what Amara tells Bobby in this episode. During this conversation, she says that Ray J used her because he wanted to get back at Princess, and honestly it ended up working, because Amara fell right into Ray J's trap. Ray J is messy, and I feel like she should probably stay away from him. However, she did tell Bobby that she wants to have a conversation with Ray J to clear her name. She said that the reason why she wanted the part is because she needs the money to freeze her eggs, because she ended up asking Alan in last week's episode if he would be willing to have another baby with her, but because she doesn't want to sleep with him because he's married still, she wanted to know if he could just give her his sperm, and he said no, he wanted to do it where they did it the natural way, but he said that he needed to talk to his wife first. And the fact that she still wants to have a baby with this man when he's still married to the woman that he was with when she had the first two babies by him is crazy to me. And the fact that he's saying that he needs to talk to his wife about it is crazy. Like, I just feel like Amara is feeding into the messiness that people say about her, because people call her a husband stealer. And I'm not saying she's a husband stealer, because the husbands need to take accountability for their actions, because they're the ones that are married, but she shouldn't be engaging with them anyway, knowing that they are. And Bobby was right, because he started questioning Amara as to why she would want to have another baby with a man who made very colorist comments towards her, and she said that he apologized. And it's like, yeah, he apologized to you, but why would you want to have another baby with him? As pretty as Amara is to me, I feel like she gives airhead energy, because she's been doing a lot of airhead stuff this season, and I'm just not feeling it. Now, because of all the drama that Brooke has been going through with the girls, her mother actually ends up showing up to Miami to visit her to make sure that she's good, and Brooke starts telling her her mother that all the girls turned against her on the show because they felt like she was the one being messy and that she was the one in the middle stirring up drama. And I do think that Brooke had good intentions for trying to get everybody to talk out their issues. However, this is why I say that you should never try to be the person in the middle trying to be the peacemaker, because everybody's going to end up looking at you like you're the problem when things go wrong when you set up a meetup. Because except for the meetup that she set up with J and Amara, every other meetup that she put together went south and everybody blamed her for it because she was the one that set it up. So I honestly feel like she should have stayed out of it and she would have done a lot better, because at the end of the day, if she's friends with all the people involved that are beefing with each other, she can stay out of it completely and let both sides know that she doesn't want to be a part of it. She doesn't want to hear about it. She just wants to stay clear of all the drama. Now, she tells her mother that the reason why she was helping everybody was because she was trying to distract herself from the hurt that she was feeling from the miscarriage that she had. And I love that her mom was there for her, telling her how much she loves her and how much she's there for her, because a lot of women don't have that. You know, some people lost their moms or some people don't have a good relationship with their moms. But Brooke is definitely, you know, fortunate enough to have her mother there, and her mother showing her a lot of love and support. Ray J ends up calling Amara in for a meeting, and he's dressed in a suit and he's in this really big, nice office. And I feel like he was trying to play a role in this situation, because he ends up inviting Amara to meet up with him. And he starts telling her that he feels like she owes him an apology because she caused a lot of drama in his life with Princess, because when he asked her to meet up for the role in his One Wish movie, he didn't want her to go back and tell Princess about it. But because after the meetup, she went and told Princess that they met up with each other, that's what caused all the drama in the first place in his mind. He's not seeing where he went wrong in the first place by, you know, going behind Princess's back anyway, asking Amara to meet up. And then he's the one who went back to her house. Like, even if she did invite him back to her house, he didn't have to go. So I just feel like he was being messy. And whether Amara would have told Princess that she met up with him or not, it was literally filmed for the show. So Princess would have ended up finding out eventually anyway. So what he's saying doesn't make any sense. And he starts telling her that he's gonna fire her before he hires her for the role in his movie. And so he was just acting really weird and gaslighting Amara, and she just kind of was taking what he was saying. She did tell him that she feels like he was wrong for even putting her involved in this drama in the first place. But when Ray J changed his tune and told her that he would still allow her to be a part of the movie, she decided that she still wanted to be a part of it, because like she said, she wants the money so that she can try to freeze her eggs so that she can have another baby with Alan. And I don't care if she wants to do that. That's great if she wants to freeze her eggs for another baby. I just don't understand why she would even want to work with Ray J again after the way that he put her involved in all this drama. He literally got her slapped in the face and everything. So it's crazy to me that she still wants to work with him. So at the very end of this episode, Trina is at another book signing and Bobby decides to show up this time. And when he shows up, Trina is actually really nice to him and she seems like she's happy to see him. But then as soon as he comes up to the front to talk to Trina, that's when Swurv ends up pulling him aside into another room to have a conversation. And Bobby ends up asking Swurv if he can get an apology for him throwing water on him. And basically Swurv said that he was not giving Bobby any apology because he feels like he did what he was supposed to do. He felt like Bobby and Hot Topic were ruining Trina's event, and because they wouldn't calm down, he decided to pour water on Bobby's head to calm him down. And I'm sorry, I'm just not understanding Swurv's logic here. If he wanted to calm the situation down, pouring a drink on somebody's head is not the way to do it. That makes things escalate more than it needed to, and that's exactly what ended up happening. So I'm confused as to what he's talking about. He should have just asked security to take Hot Topic and Bobby outside so that they can finish going back and forth, and when they calm down, then Bobby could have come back inside. I feel like he poured water on Bobby because he knows that he can get away with doing that because Trina's not going to defend Bobby. I mean, I'm sure she has her reasons not to defend him, and maybe there's a reason why she has an issue with him, because I know that Bobby has been a lot of drama over the years, so maybe that's the reason why she's not feeling him too much. I just think that it was uncalled for Swurv to pour water on his head and then say that he wasn't going to apologize for it. I mean, I don't think you should ever give an apology you don't mean. So if he wasn't going to mean the apology, then I think it's good that he said he wasn't giving him one, but I just think that it was rude. And Bobby said that he did know information from that email, and he feels like maybe that's the reason why Swurv poured the water on his head, but Swurv said that he didn't care about anything that was said in the email, and Bobby actually ended up asking Swurv himself if the stuff in the email was true or if there was any truth to some of the things that was in the email. And Swurv kind of went off on him and told him that he wasn't answering any questions. Now, I don't think that Swurv owes answers to Bobby, because the person he should give the answers to is Trina. However, him always refusing to answer any questions that anybody has about him makes me look at him sideways. So those are my thoughts on this week's episode of Love and Hip Hop Miami. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button for me. I appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos and hit the notification bell so that you know every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed to my channel. I appreciate you all, and until next time, I will talk to you guys in my next video.